commentator boy here at the UGS premises, and what we got going on right now is we're going to have some character showcases. Basically means we've got a character specialist next to me right now of a certain character, and he's going to tell you all about how good or bad or both they are. And right now, I got my boy Ravenking.
Hey guys.
What's up?
How you doing? How you doing? So as you guys know, I'm Ravenking. I have like a lot. As kind of like a background knowledge, I've played like IKE since Smash 4 mid 2015, and I've been multiple PR several times with this character. So I think I have a fair knowledge of what I know about this character.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep in mind, this is my day one impression, so my thoughts from viewing this video to like any time can vary drastically, whoever gets patches or nerfs or whatever. So just keep that in mind when I go through the moves. Like, so I guess the character, he went through like quite a bit of changes, but like we're kind of gonna get through his his normals of his grounds because they're kind of like got the least change. Jab is like remained the same. It's still frame 4. It comes out decently fast. And the only like two big changes I noticed that like the first jab can actually jab block now, whereas Smash 4 he couldn't. So even though jab blocking is like nerfed in this game, it gives him its other way to do it because previously only down air was the only way to jab block it. That was very specific.
Yeah, it was. I saw you go for that a couple times on stream, and even then it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't a sure thing.
Yeah, only like low percentage was true. So after that, it was just like, well, I can't jab block anymore.
Yep.
And then the final hit jab 3 has actually been toned down to like where jab in total would be 10 without the multiplier. It's not. I did not the only character to get this. Most other characters who got rapid jabs removed, like Blue Mac for example, his rapid jab finisher in total was 10. So it's just like it's kind of like a universal thing aside from other characters, but it's just like I wouldn't say it's like a big nerf. It's just a tiny nerf. It's just like alright, it's just normalizing.
Right. Okay.
Here we get to F tilt where it's like the starter has been like reduced by a frame, which is definitely nice, and it's stronger, like 1% stronger. Very nice. And you can end it in previous games from upwards to downwards. It's just a very decent move. And the big thing about this game, what's unique about Ultimate is the dash canceling, so you can cancel your run to any tilt you're on. So you can do a jab, and then we get to another main brother, down tilt.
Down tilt. Yeah.
Down tilt has remained mostly the same. It's just like less. There's gonna be a trend for Ikes that like some of his moves that got like less lag. Like down tilt, it's like mostly the same, has less lag, and it's like, and since it's still frame 7, you could just dash cancel and down tilt. It's a really nice poke.
Yeah, it seems like it. And able to get your
combo strength.
Yeah, exactly. Because Ike still seems pretty good with his aerials. It seems like they still have a lot of range.
Yeah, we'll get to the aerials because that's where things.
That's where Ravenking like came up to me and was like, "Dude, I'm really excited about the aerials."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wow, I can't wait to hear it."
Yeah, and up tilt actually got an interesting bit of changes. It's still quite a bit as strong as it was, but it's like the starter still, it has like less end lag than before. And kind of like what with Ultimate's air dodge mechanic, this is actually a nice way to juggle, and then just like I can continue my juggle in the air. So like up tilt is a nice anti-air, and I can just potentially kill you off the top with it. And the weak hit just can do some crazy downward string or just like
yeah, absolutely.
So it's a very nice. So like, and his grabs like, I'm not like too sure like how much grab got changed. All I know is that like he got like a bit like more lag, but it's like a lot of the other characters did. But he's one of the few characters that got not much lag, so he just kind of got like, all right, just extra lag. It still comes out the same frame. So down throw it still combos and stuff like down, back air, up air, basically imagination. Up throw doesn't do the same thing at low percents. Like if you try to like air dodge and I'm like up throw, I can't follow up at low percent. And mid percent, where sometimes down throw will combo, it will true combo at some points.
Okay.
or I could just set you on a platform like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Because that's really dangerous. Once you get on that platform and you start to try rolling around, if you're able to catch them on their roll, you just kind of continue your string.
Yeah. Forward throw and back throw, for what I've seen so far, it's been mostly the same. They're both really good close doubles, so it's just like they're continuing being great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so what we've seen so far is just like, alright, just some tweaks there and there just to make things a little better. Not bad.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to the areas, because this is where the main... We're going to start from here. This move is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, look at how much cooldowns, like, I'm moving around in there. Like, it's obnoxious. Like, to give you a point of reference, in Smash 4 it came out frame 12. Two frames of shade thought at start to be frame 10, and the landing lag is now 8. So, I could just space you with this and just like roll a palooza.
Yeah, it looks so much faster now. It gives you so much like it's such a big hitbox. I mean, it's so hard to get in on Ike when he calls you out in your aerials. Like when that nair comes out, it's just so large.
And I could combo it to endless strings of imagination.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing about nair to up air, it gets a consistent kill confirmed. The biggest one is like nair to up air. That's like
I'd also like to mention that Ultimate decided to give me Mac as my character for thank you so much.
Like look at that.
Yeah, that looks gross.
Yeah, it's gross. Like I didn't have this many like a really consistent kill points. Like up throw kind of did, but it's just like you had to restrict.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a big deal. And even if it isn't true, if you're stuck in disadvantage where if you have the choice of air dodge, it's still bad news because I could continuous juggle, chase you, and just like kill you off the side.
Yeah.
It's just like his advantage state just got so much better with this. And then another move we want to talk about, the biggest grail that everyone knows is up air. This move it's like on glance what you may think of it is just like, oh, it's got like so much startup to like the old up air, which just starts like it did get cooled off a little by one frame 13 I believe, off the top of my head. The end lag is like around 9, which is still really good. And at like low percents, like when you do have a down throw, you can just chain multiple up airs. It's just like it combos to itself at low percent. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like look at that.
Yeah, that's
like look at that.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, even though like this is demonstration purposes and one example myself, it may not look true, but it's just like even if it doesn't like blink that many others, it just allows me to follow with disadvantage. It's just like absolutely the bonkers of the move. Back air, it's like remains mostly the same. Just the big difference is its hitbox is actually like hits more higher up instead of like more low.
Oh, okay.
Where I did a lot, you see me like a lot of time use back air as shield. Yeah. It's only gonna be relying if you're jumping a lot behind my back or you're a tall character.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a lot of characters, so it's just like it's not reliant on kind of shield option. It kind of was in some characters. Whereas like in Smash 4 it was like half the cast.
Oh, okay. So we only got 5 minutes left. Do you want to do a game real quick? Alright, cool.
Yeah. Those are kind of like the big moves. And
yeah.
And
I also wanted to ask you real quick. So does Ike's edge guarding game feel any different?
It feels a bit better, mainly due to the game mechanics, more so rather than like his whole kit. He just can chase advantage whether you're air dodging or just stuck in the air. Because like swords in this game are actually a lot scarier.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of swords in this game. You can go choose stage. I'll let you choose the stage. You are the Ike of the hour. So
let's listen to something nice. Which was Ike's theme, though.
Yeah.
Like, because it's very. Because even the funny thing about that, it's like in Brawl and like Smash.
That's gonna take too long. I'll just go full force.
In Brawl and Smash 4, it was just like called Ike's theme, whereas the original Rain Dawn was called Eternal Dawn. So kind of a little fun fact.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
The rest of those moves don't have a really big change. Like forward air, it's a little worse, but it's still a solid area. And down air is kind of like remain mostly the same. And every aerial guy like this. Yeah,
Nair's so fast.
I'm looking so ballsy right there. I didn't think I was like that close to dying. I'm dead.
Yeah, they just have so much range for picking up someone off the ground.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what I can do.
I did.
Oh my god.
That was a good game, though. Alright, thank you, Ravenking, my man.
No problem.
For showing us the powers of Ike. I hope you do really, really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely. So my final impression, my big impression of Ike, I think this is the best version of Ike I've ever played with. Even if you include like some of the mods, like I think this Ike is like crazy good, and he's got a lot of potential that like I just only did the surface, and I can't wait for this character to be more important the more I play this game. So yeah, those are my first impressions of Ike.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, my man. We'll be right back with, I believe, SBF, or he's got a new tag. I'll let him say it because it's pretty amazing. But
Can't wait for it.
I don't know how to sign off. Okay, see, we'll be here later in a few minutes. Bye bye.